What's up, guys? I know I've been kind of MIA, but I thought I'd update you guys since I've been putting some work over the past 2 weeks on this thing. Let me start off with where I'm at right now. Currently, the pistons are all in. I don't know if you can see them, but all the pistons are in, the piston rings are in, the crank is in, the main caps are in. The rod bolts I just put in over the past 2 days, just working on it off and on here and there, but there is a problem. I can't really show you right now, but spinning this crank is super tough, and I've spent all afternoon trying to figure out what's going on with it. We got a few things that still need to be put on. As you can see, I got the I forgot what, Tick Performance Stage 2 Turbo Cam, nice pulley there, the water pump and fittings, a lot of the internals, bearings and stuff already on. I got this cool little piggy bank, and then intake manifolds right here, and then got my wiring harness right there. Got the heads right here. Here's the turbo manifold right here. It's not equal length. It's all, well, at least I don't think it's equal length. No, it's not equal length. It's a turbo manifold. The heads are done. Valve springs are in. These valve springs are Brian Tooley Racing, which is they're pretty nice. These are meant for the more aggressive cam. And I got the what do you call these, rocker arms from, I think these are the comp cam ones, 1.8 ratio. We got the oil pan here, and here's the other head, and my oiling setup. So these are going to go to the two turbos. This is going to go to the oil cooler, and then the oil filter goes underneath that. And then for the oil return, I'm probably just going to drill 2 holes, 1 per side, and use these little bulkhead fittings that I got from, I think these are jegs. Oops, it's going to go like that. Anyways, back to the motor. The problem is spinning this thing by hand is super, right now it's easy because I loosened everything, but when I torque these to 15 foot-pounds and then 55 degrees, it's turning this is almost impossible. And I don't know if one of the bearings are out of spec, or it's because I didn't get to line hone the main caps with the block. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. But basically, I think it was one of these. Once these are in and I tightened them down, it got almost impossible to spin. Right now these are just torqued down to 15 foot-pounds, and it's perfect, as you can see. So I'm trying to figure out, hitting up some of my friends, trying to get their input. Hit up my teammate Sang with the Jay's Racing S2000 about what he thinks it could be, and he thinks it's the bearing as well. I mean, it's got to be, because once this is clamped down to spec, like, it won't spin, and there's lube in here and everything. Someone else mentioned that the piston rings might be seized up because I didn't check the ring gap, but it spins perfectly fine right now. So, I mean, that kind of eliminates that issue, right? You know, I don't want to take it all the way back down to the bare block and remove all the pistons and check the ring gaps, because right now it's spinning fine. It's when I torque these rod caps to spec, that's when the issue occurs. So I need to spend some time and try to figure out what's going on with this setup, because I don't want to put it together wrong after all of this work and just have it destroy a bearing or the crankshaft or whatever is not lining up. I did plastic gauge these things and the rod caps, and most of them are to spec. I think there is one that didn't even squish, but that shouldn't be causing the crank to seize up. So the only thing I can think of is one of the bearings might be too thick. Maybe they got mixed up, so I'm going to take off some of the caps, use a micrometer tool or caliper tool, and try to see if one of them is just too thick. I had the crankshaft milled 10/1000ths of an inch over, and all these bearings are 10 over. So yeah, if you guys have any idea what it could be, please let me know in the comments. But once this is figured out, I can throw on the cam, I can throw on the timing chain, the cam cover, the timing cover, then I can throw on the rear cover, oil pan, throw on the heads, intake manifold, and then get to work on the turbo system or kit, the oiling, and we could fire this thing up. But right now, this is pretty important. But anyway, here are a few clips of some video that I've been recording over the past few months, or actually past year, just to, you know, kind of update you guys. But anyways, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'll just try to keep you guys updated whenever I can. Peace.